before you get married, heal first. The problem we have is a lot of us are carrying emotional baggage that we have no healed from. Some of us are carrying emotional trauma from our child that we've no healed from. Before you go into marriage or before you go into any relationship that will be worth it, you have to heal first. The thing is, when you have not healed emotionally, you tend to transfer aggression, you tend to transfer hurt, you tend to transfer pain into the life of person who didn't hurt you. It is just psychological. When you have not healed, you tend to transfer what is hurting you, what is boiling inside of you, inside another person. So if you must have a long-lasting relationship, if you must have a relationship that is worthwhile, you must first of all heal within. You must first of all heal internally. And how can you heal within? Number one way to heal inside is to first of all forgive yourself. Forgive your mistakes. Forgive all the things you've done in the past. Any of your past you're not proud of, let them remain in the past. Don't allow them to follow you to the future. Let the past be past, but learn from the experiences and move on. You might have had a lot of breakups in your life. You go into marriage, it doesn't work, you leave the marriage, or you're into relationship, or you've been into countless relationship that didn't work out, and you decided to leave those relationships. It is not your fault that things didn't work out, but it is also your fault. It is your fault that things didn't work out to a greater extent, because when two people are fighting in relationship, the both of them are contributing to the fight. It takes two people to fight. A lot of time we program our mind that Mr. A is the problem in this relationship, or Mr. B is the problem in this relationship, or Mrs. A is the problem in this relationship, or Mrs. B is the problem in this relationship. But we have never really taken our time to have self-reflection and ask ourselves, where are we getting it wrong in this relationship? Where am I getting it wrong as a person in this relationship? And one of the ways you could be getting it wrong is that you're still living in your past traumas. You're still living in your past baggage. You're still living in the way you grew up. Some of us were programmed in our mind, on our subconscious mind, while we are growing up, to think in a certain way. And this could be affecting our relationship. For instance, if you grow from a family where your mother is the authority in the house, and it could affect you subconsciously by trying to impose authority on another person. Now, you might just think that that is the way of life, as much as it's okay with a woman being the authority in the house. But if you're now with a man who will not allow you to be authority in his own house, you might see that he's treating you bad, or you might see it some other way, because you are carrying some subconscious programming in your mind that when things doesn't go the way you're seeing it from your point of view, you tend to take the next person to be a bad person. So the first thing to do going into relationship is heal first. Heal first. There are a lot of things in your heart, there are a lot of programming in your heart that you need to begin to unlearn. And how you unlearn those things is by reprogramming yourself. Some people will say learn, relearn, and unlearn. Learn, relearn, and unlearn. Or they'll put it this way: unlearn, learn, and relearn. So the process of getting knowledge is the first thing you need to do in order to heal. Get knowledge. Get knowledge. Maybe you'll be programmed in a way. For instance, when we were in primary school, or it's even happening to every one of us that went to primary school, when you say A, the small child will say A is for apple. They will say B is for ball. But apple is not the only alphabet that starts with A. But if we're 10 in this room and they just say A is for, everybody here will say apple. But A can stand for alpha. Why are we saying A is for apple? Why is there a common belief? Why is there a common notion? Because this is how we've been programmed, even without thinking. When they say A is for, everybody say apple. Because of what? This is how we were programmed growing up. This is how the little children were programmed in the educational system. When we were born, there is how we were programmed in our family. The way our parents and our parents were living their life programmed us, our environment programmed us to see relationship in a certain way. If you're the type that your dad beats your mom, either you're programmed to see relationship that the man will be beating the woman, or you're programmed to hate men. So growing up in your family, there are a lot of emotional baggage that you grow up with, most especially if you're coming from a family where your father and your mother never had a very sweet relationship. There are a lot of programs in your subconscious mind that you need to heal from. And one of the best ways to heal from this subconscious programming is by one, getting knowledge. Make sure you read books about relationship. Make sure this present you don't go into a relationship until you are able to fix yourself emotionally, and you can do that by listening to tapes, watching videos like this, getting videos like this, reading books that also talks about relationship, and applying the knowledge you get from those materials in your life. Because the problem we have most times is most people know many things but they don't apply it. But the truth is, the knowledge you have will not do anything for you until it is applied. A careful application of the knowledge within is what bring about the result. It is not just knowing that matters, but the application, what you do with what you now know, is what now makes the difference. So if you're not the type of person that is given to hating men because of your sub-programming growing up, you're given to anger because of your sub-programming growing up, you're given to hitting a woman because of your sub-programming growing up, when you begin to reorient your mind, when you begin to recode your mind, a different kind of program starts coming into your heart. How to love better. Most of us were not raised in love. When you are not raised in love, you'll be struggling to love the next person because you don't even understand what love is all about. But when you begin to reprogram your mind and reshape your mind by going deeper in knowledge, you begin to have some different result. You begin to see love, relationship, dating, and life from a different perspective than the perspective you are now. The truth is, if someone writes 9 and I'm sitting at the back of the 9, I'll be seeing 6 while you're seeing 9. So your programming within your mind might be a very accurate something, but within the other side of the divide, it might be a very wrong programming. That is why you need to get materials, learn, unlearn, and relearn to know if your programming is the wrong kind of program, so that you get to know if you're the fault in your relationship, if you're being the fault in your relationship, or to know where you are contributing to the failure of your relationship. The next thing you need to have is what I call self-awareness. Until you understand yourself, you cannot understand the next person. A lot of us have not really understood ourselves. A lot of us don't understand our weakness. A lot of us don't understand our strength. A lot of us don't understand our vision. A lot of us don't understand our commitment, our resolve, and what have you. Before going into relationship, all those things I mentioned now are the things you need to understand. If you understand all of these things, be very much aware of yourself and get to love yourself. A problem we've had over the years about single people is most of them are not always willing to be single. You're single and you're looking for the next relationship to run into. Anytime you're not in a relationship, it looks like something is wrong with your life. It looks like you're stagnant. It looks like you're not happy. Until you're able to love yourself, you'll not be able to love the next person. If you cannot consciously be a lover of yourself, you cannot love the next person, because it is what you have that you give. We often don't give what we don't have. If you don't have love in your soul, you will not be able to give love. If you don't have peace in your soul, you will not be able to live in peace with somebody. If you don't have joy in your soul, you will not be able to give out joy. If you don't have money in your pocket, you will not have money to give out to someone else. It is a common wisdom. So you need to develop love for yourself. You need to first of all accept yourself for whom you are. When everything leaves, you are the only person that will not leave you. You have to understand that when the chips are down, you are the first person that will be for you. So if you are the first person that will be for you when every other thing leaves, why don't you develop that capacity within to love yourself? Why don't you begin to study on self-love to know how you can actually love yourself and be very much in love with yourself? My name is Mr. Ajarosi Emmanuel, and this is Ajarosi the Great TV. I want you to like, subscribe, and share for content like this.